Hi guys, I'm Damien Richardson and I'm running for the Freedom Party of Victoria in the Upper House region of Northern Metropolitan, which is in the Legislative Council in the Parliament of Victoria, which is the Upper House. And I'm running on a platform where I believe there should be less government, not more government, because I'm not a career politician. I have no intention of being a career politician. As a matter of fact, I had no intention of doing this, say, pre-2020, when of course we met the government's response to the alleged pandemic. And there was a lot of people that felt that they didn't want to follow the same line as the government, and eventually we were coerced into having to accept a medication that many people didn't want to accept. So I started reading the Constitution, the Australian Constitution, where it actually stipulates as part of the Constitution that Australian citizens cannot be conscripted into taking a medication. And what I would want people to rely on really is a sense of taking care of themselves and being responsible for themselves. A program of personal responsibility, which is not something people need a bureaucracy for. I've grown up in a good family. I have a family that I look after and I'm responsible for now. And I believe that that is the bedrock of our culture, that traditional culture where families really are allowed to take care of their children. And we're seeing more and more throughout the education system that our rights and our responsibilities are being taken away from us by this ever-growing and ever-burgeoning bureaucracy, which is the state. And now the state talks to other states. It talks to globalist bodies like the United Nations and the World Economic Forum, etc., etc. The list goes on ad infinitum. And I think we all feel the pressure of this in a contemporary culture and where we live now. We feel this pressure. There's a lot of talk in this era of professional politicians, which I think is half the problem, is that, oh, there's no need to run in the area you live in. You're a professional politician. Why don't you just run somewhere where you strategically think you stand the most advantage of winning? Well, the reality is I'm running in the Northern Metropolitan region because that's where I've lived for over 20 years. Even when I've moved, without knowing it, I've still stayed within the Northern Metropolitan region. It's where I had my children. It's where they've been educated. It's where I've left to go to work all the time, and it's where I have coached their basketball teams and almost coached one of them to claiming the victory. This is the chance we have to fight back against globalist influence, is to be regional in our nature and to be community-based. And so I want to stand up for the community that I've lived in for over 20 years. So please, vote for me this November 26.